Welcome to the Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles' membership dinner, and I want to thank each of you for attending tonight. My name is Dr. Curran Wharf. I'm the president of the board of Can't hear? Okay, is this better? Okay, just closer to the mic. My name is Dr. Curran Wharf. I am the president of the board of directors of Psr-La, and I'm a pediatrician. And like many of you, I know that protecting the health requires that we step beyond our clinical worlds, and that's what PSR is about. You know, my wife couldn't make it tonight, and the reason she couldn't make it tonight is that she's up in Oakland with our new granddaughter, who will be 6 months old in about 10 days. And, you know, thinking about her makes me happy. Makes me happy, and it also, the reason I'm raising this is I actually do have a purpose, is that, you know, I wonder, like, what kind of world are we leaving her? Very seriously, what kind of world are we leaving her? With what is happening with nuclear weapons, with what is happening with the war, with what is happening with global warming, and what is happening with environmental toxins. And honestly, I really feel that it's people like you and people like me that need to find a voice to alarm society, to make whatever changes we need to make to protect the future for my granddaughter and for your grandchildren and for your children. And I think that's really what brings me here. PSR offers you, our members and our friends, the unique opportunity to participate in the most important policy debates of our time, such as addressing climate change and environmental toxins, improving air quality, eliminating nuclear weapons, and promoting peace and diplomacy. And this is what PSR Los Angeles gives me, and why Psr-La is your organization for changing policy. Your participation in our programs is especially important to us now as we face the challenges and opportunities of the coming year. Tonight we are going to hear more about these challenges and opportunities by two wonderful speakers. Dr. Robert Ross, President of the California Endowment, and Doug Shaw, Director of Security Programs for the National Office of Physicians for Social Responsibility. Before we get started, I would like to introduce my fellow board members who are here tonight and ask them to stand. I'd also encourage you to take the initiative to talk to them, get to know them, use this as an opportunity to network and build new relationships and friendships. Dr. Nancy Gibbs, she's the Vice President for Physicians for Social Responsibility, Los Angeles. Nancy is the Regional Coordinating Physician for Geriatrics and Continuing Care at Kaiser Permanente. Dr. Jimmy Hara. Where are you, Jimmy? The traffic is horrible tonight, but Jimmy has been recognized in many settings, and he will not miss it tonight. He is Vice President for Membership for Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles and Regional Medical Director for Graduate Medical Education for Kaiser Permanente. Dr. Jose Quiroga. Jose, where are you? Jose is the Treasurer of Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles and the co-founder and medical director of the Program for Torture Victims. Dr. Bill Perkins. Bill is the outgoing Secretary for Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles, a member for many years, and a retired pediatrician from Kaiser Permanente. I'd also like to introduce four new board members. Dr. Tova Fuller, an MD PhD candidate at UCLA, who is the National Student Representative for Physicians for Social Responsibility. Kenneth Levy, who is a marriage and family therapist at Kaiser Behavioral Health. Ruth Tavlin, the Director of Clinical Services at Occidental College. Now, Ruth and Ken have together started an important group called Therapists for Social Responsibility. TSR is a group of mental health professionals that promote the mission of PSR for peace, the elimination of nuclear weapons, and protection of the environment. They are involved currently in a project called the Soldiers Project, which supports traumatized troops, provides mental health care to them and to their families. So we also have with us one of our former board members, until he moved to Las Vegas, Dr. Robert Wesley. Dr. Wesley is a cardiologist whose vision and leadership helped frame the issue of gun violence as a public health issue. We're glad to have him with us tonight. Not with us, who were unable to attend tonight, are Dr. Neil Baer, a Harvard Medical School graduate and the executive producer of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, Dr. Margaret Wacker, a neurosurgeon at Kaiser Permanente, and Dr. Robert Dodge, who's president of the Ventura chapter of PSR. So as some of you may know, we recently selected a new executive director for Psr-La. Martha Dina Arguello. Many of you know Martha, who previously served as the Psr-La's Director of Health and Environment. Martha has over 30 years of health advocacy under her belt and a fierce commitment to social justice. We are confident that our organization will thrive under her leadership. So without any further delay, I would like to welcome Martha Dina Arguello. Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to see you all here at the lovely Biltmore, and thank you all for making the trip to downtown and to be part of the revitalization that is downtown. Is a wonderful thing. We've been here for a couple of years, and we're starting to see it, and we think it's a very important part of how we do better, smarter development. But anyway, I'm so delighted to be at PSR, and I've been there for 10 years, and it's that kind of job where you think my entire life was really preparing me to do this. I, for many years, spent working on access to health care and community health. I worked in Nicaragua on community health issues, and then on the environmental health programs, really learning how to change policy. And what I love about this organization, both our incredible board members and the staff and many of our friends and allies, is that PSR is a place where we are able to stand on principles, the principles of social justice that frame our peace and security work and are the cornerstone of our environmental health policy. So we're not forced to do what's politically feasible or opportunistic. We're actually able to stand on principle. We may be wrong, we may not win, but we stand on principle. And that is an incredibly amazing thing to be able to do when you work on policy, because that doesn't often happen. And much of the work we don't do alone, and I want to acknowledge many of our partners that are here in the room today. But first, I really want to thank the Psr-La staff. They're absolutely wonderful. They make coming to work a real pleasure. They're deeply committed. I want to acknowledge Denise Duffield, who makes these events always flawless. She's back there. And Kathy Attar, our coordinator for health and environment programs, who's just brilliant and is a pleasure to work with and talk about the work every day. LA's